In wealth management, better decisions don't start with analytics, they start with data you trust. Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Hagander from WealthArc, and today with me is Stratos Mavrogiannis from BlackRock, Aladdin WealthTech. Together in this series, From Data to Decisions, we're exploring how structured analytics and reliable data change the way advisors report, explain, and act, especially in complex markets. Because when the foundation is right, everything built on top becomes more confident. Welcome to episode 3, where we will discuss how better insights change client conversations. In the previous episode, we highlighted the importance of really understanding portfolios at a deeper level. Yet, those conversations often remain generic and, for most clients, too abstract. So if it rarely resonates with clients, how can we ensure that these conversations are still clear, tangible, and meaningful for clients?
I would say we need to move from abstract metrics to tangible implications. Clients don't relate to technical indicators. They want to understand real outcomes. So instead of presenting statistics, wealth managers need to translate analytics into real-world impact. In fact, one major shift we are seeing is around risk awareness. Historically, risk discussions were often limited and generic. So you would see discussions around volatility ranges, standard deviation charts, and generally high-level labels. But those measures describe markets. They don't describe what a client will actually experience.
Indeed. And let's be honest, for most clients, those conversations are way too abstract. Or have you ever seen a client experiencing standard deviation?
Not
No,
really.
Naturally not. They will experience market swings, and those market swings will cause emotional reactions.
When wealth managers can connect risk to actual exposures and scenarios, that's when conversations become real. It's not about saying to your client that markets might be volatile. It's about trying to help them understand what happens when inflation rises or equity markets go down. What is the real impact, the real outcome in the portfolio?
And this is crucial when managing client expectations around risks. Most clients these days expect a performance above 10%. The question is whether risks are being taken consciously. And it's not about just avoiding risks, but really about understanding them.
Well said, and sometimes taking a risk is the right thing to do, but taking it knowingly and aligned with objectives. And when managers can explain that, clients feel part of a well-structured and thoughtful process. It's about combining the data and being able to express this to the clients in order to make them feel comfortable.
Right, and there's even more to that. It does not only just instill confidence to the advisor, it will also instill confidence to the client.
Absolutely. And when wealth managers have better understanding of the underlying risks in the portfolio, it generally improves their confidence and their ability to communicate strategy changes to their clients. When your holdings are reconciled, performance is reliable, and exposures are clear, your general tone as a wealth manager changes, and the clients can pick up on that immediately. I would also like to add here that another important statement is thought leadership in order to differentiate wealth managers from the competition. So advisors today don't operate in isolation. They increasingly leverage institutional research and macro insights. For example, perspectives from experts like the BlackRock Investment Institute can help frame market regimes, risk environments, and long-term themes for client conversations.
Exactly. And combining deep portfolio insight with broader market perspective adds real depth to the conversation. Because it will allow advisors to connect portfolio decisions to economic regimes and long-term themes, translating institutional research into clear, client-relevant language that makes the bigger picture tangible. When clients see their advisors using robust frameworks and data-driven insights and linking portfolios to a broader market context, it signals structure, competence, and real professionalism. And at the end of the day, portfolios aren't judged in systems or dashboards. They're judged in client meetings, across the table, and most often in moments of uncertainty. And that's where all the analysis behind the scenes either builds the trust or gets questioned.
Precisely, Dennis. Analytics only create value when they improve client conversations and decisions.
Of course.
A brilliant model that cannot be explained clearly doesn't help a wealth manager and doesn't help a client.
And in today's truly competitive environment, I believe we see this becoming more and more a differentiator.
For sure.
Two advisors can report the same figures, the same phenomenon or same performance, but the one that's actually able to explain the drivers and the macro context behind it will definitely stand out.
They seem just better, right?
Of course.
It signals institutional quality thinking. Clients feel they're getting a disciplined, research-backed approach, not just intuition. They feel their goals come first, as they should.
Yes. So will that enable a shift to more proactive wealth management?
I believe so. Advisors with strong insights don't wait for clients to ask. They come prepared with perspective, and that changes the dynamic. The wealth manager becomes a guide, not just a reporter. Over time, this will lead to stronger relationships, and clients will feel informed and included in the overall portfolio process.
So yet we see another chain reaction. Better data leads to better insights, and better insights lead to better risk awareness and a generally better understanding.
Better insights create confidence, and confidence ends up leading to long-term trust.
So ultimately, better decisions don't come from more data, they come from data that is structured, trusted, and understood. And that's really the journey from data to decisions, and it all starts with foundations you can trust. Thank you so much for joining the conversation.